What's going on, guys? Jordan here, coming back at you again with another episode of Beer Views. Tonight, we're going to be doing a taste test between two beers. Coors Light versus Yuengling Light Lager. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because literally yesterday was the first time that I had ever tried this. And I reviewed it. The video is up on my channel if you guys are interested. I've drank Coors Light pretty much exclusively for the past couple of years. This has been my weekend beer. This has been my session beer. It's just been one of my favorite light beers out there. And occasionally I switch to Miller Lite for a week or two and then I come back. But I'm always coming back to Coors Light. Every weekend I'm buying a couple 12 packs of Coors Light. And it's been like that for a long time. Now, I picked this up yesterday, and I thought, well, this looks like a pretty good beer. I'm going to review it, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to buy a 12-pack of that. That's going to be my reviewable beer. It's also going to be the beer I drank that night. That was last night. I drank it, enjoyed every second of it. This is a fantastic beer. I rated it a 10 out of 10 for a light beer. It's fantastic. So I was curious to see what it would be like to drink them both head to head. I'm not going to do this blind because I'm going to know the difference. They do taste different and the color is also very different. So let's go ahead and start with the Coors Light. Now Yuengling is about $1 more expensive than the Coors Light, but not anything to worry about. I mean, it's a dollar. And there is a slight difference in the ABV as well. It's negligible. 4%. 4.2. You're not going to notice any difference. I noticed nothing at all. So let's go ahead and pour the Coors Light in. Oh, got a little too crazy on the head there. But yeah, Coors Light is much lighter in color than Yuengling. Put that right there. And let me get my other glass. Let's pour the Yuengling Light Lager in here. And if you guys have had this beer, be sure to put it in the comment section below and tell me what you guys thought. And tell me, out of these two, which beers do you prefer? I still like Coors Light, obviously. I think it's a good, crisp, clean, refreshing light lager. There's just something about this one. So obviously you can see the color difference. They are way different. And I couldn't have done like actual blind taste test unless I literally kept my eyes closed the entire time. Because which one's which, guys? Which one do you think is the Yuengling? Yeah, it's very obvious. The heads are very similar. Both about a finger and a half, 2 fingers. Coors Light seems to be a little bit more carbonated. You can see the bubbles there. Let's get to the aromas. Coors Light. It is the most basic, smell that you would get from a light lager. Just a typical American Adjunct lager aroma. Very light, not a whole lot going on. Now, the Yuengling. Again, not anything crazy. This one smells a bit more malty compared to this one. But really still, not a whole lot going on. You wouldn't expect that being a light lager. There's not a whole lot going on to begin with. But this beer has the most good flavor to me for any light beer that I've ever had. So, I bought another 12-pack of the Yuengling tonight, and that's what I'm drinking. Other than, I'm going to drink this Coors as well. But let's go ahead and get into the taste test here. I'm going to stop jibber-jabbering now. All right, Coors Light. very light, crisp, clean, refreshing, as expected. There's a little bit of a graininess, a little bit of a malty sweetness to it. It's crushable. It's a very crushable beer. It's still a good option, and I will still pick Coors Light up from time to time. It's just right now, since I've had this, I've just really been enjoying it. So yeah, I will still pick up Coors Light. There's a time and a place for everything, and there's always going to be a time and place and a spot in the fridge open for Coors Light, for sure. I still think it's a great light beer. On to the Yuengling Light Lager. Right away, you get a little bit more of a malty sweetness. It's not, I wouldn't really say it's sweet, but there is a little bit of like a sweet maltiness to it. A little bit more than what you get over here in the Coors Light. The body is light. Might be just a hair, just a touch. And I mean just a touch heavier than the Coors Light. Yeah, I think this has a better finish. Coors Light kind of like fades out really quick. This sticks around just a little bit longer, I think. Excuse me. Definitely still carbonation in both beers. Coming back up, as you can hear. The thing that I like about it is that it has more flavor without it being too heavy. Because, I mean, if you drink, I don't know, say 10 to 12 Coors Lights versus Coors Banquets, the Coors Banquets might be harder to put that many down. Just because the body's heavier. Not much. Coors Banquet's still a crushable, enjoyable, sessionable beer. But this is like in between that. This is like in between, like heaviness-wise, like the body-wise, between Coors Light and the Coors Banquet, if we're going to compare it that way. Coors Light's just, like I said, just a tad thinner. Which could be a good thing. I mean, if you're drinking a lot of them, you don't want to get full too quick. Might be an option. I haven't ran into any problems with this yet. They still go down just as easy as that. There's just a little bit more flavor. And it's a good flavor. Like I said, it's a tad bit sweeter. A little bit maltier, like a malty sweetness to it over the Coors Light. Coors Light, although there is no real bitterness, but I would say Coors Light would have a touch more of what you might consider to be a little bit bitter over this one, over the Yuengling Light Lager. They're both good beers. Both are fantastic light lagers. But to me, Yuengling will take it. Will take the win. Even though there's really no winner here, this is just a taste test, a comparison video between the two beers because I wanted to taste the beer that I drank for the past couple of years on the weekends over the new guy. So that's why I wanted to make this video. This is the one that I think I'm going to be picking up a lot more often. I will still get Coors Light, obviously, because, I mean, you get burnt out on everything. That's why, that's why a lot of times, I would switch up to Miller Lite or Busch Light. You know, you switch it up. You drink the same thing for too long, you get burnt out on it. But for now, I think I'm going to be buying this, at least for the next couple of weeks, because I'm really enjoying it. I love the can as well. I mean, Coors Light's got a great can too. I'll put them on their right sides. But there's just something I love about the Yuengling. The gold looks vintage. I'm really into vintage things, so that just looks more like a beer can. I mean, that looks like a beer can too, but that looks like a 70s, 80s, early 90s style beer can right there. So, if I were to pick a winner, like I just said actually, I would go right now, the one that I want to drink more is the Yuengling Light Lager. Maybe, my opinion might change a little bit the more I drink it over the next couple of weeks to months. Might want to go back to this and then go back to that, which will probably happen. I'll probably teeter-totter between different light lagers. And of course, I still like my stouts as well, so there will be those as well, plus stuff that I review. But, yeah, I think Yuengling Light Lager is a phenomenal, fantastic choice. If you are someone who likes light beer and you are looking for something with just a little bit more flavor, something maybe in between a light and a regular beer, Yuengling Light Lager is the way to go. It's about $13 here in Missouri after tax per 12-pack, which isn't that bad for what you're getting. Like I said, 4% ABV. I think Coors Light runs about $12, so it's about $1 cheaper, and 4.2% ABV. But that's such a slight, it's not even worth mentioning, not even really worth thinking about, because you literally can't tell the difference. It's so minuscule, it doesn't even matter. So, yeah, I can't even speak. Yuengling Light Lager wins this comparison video, if it can win anything. It's not really a battle. It's not a beer battle, but I'm just saying the one that I'm preferring more is the Yuengling Light Lager. So we'll get another taste of both here before we wrap this video up. Coors Light. Really good and refreshing. Yep. Just got a little bit more going on without it being too heavy. So, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit me with a thumbs up. If you guys have suggestions on anything you would like me to try in the future, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to find it and give it a review. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, we're going to move these out of the way to do this. We're using both because they're both great. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.